What's going on, guys? Who's Tunde here? Welcome to another episode of Afrobeats Weekly, your podcast about African music on the continent and the diaspora. How is everyone doing? Another week is upon us. Thank you guys for tuning in from wherever continent you're tuning in from and making us a part of your week every week. Really appreciate it. A lot of Afrobeat song is going down in my place today. I can hear it from a distance, and I think it's in preparation for whoever is going to win by the time this podcast comes out on Monday. So I don't know. I know it's between Man City and Arsenal, so may the best Premiership team win. I know very soon. Everyone is going to be very crazy. But the interesting thing is they play a lot of Afrobeat song, and it's so interesting that I'm just hearing more new songs. I think this person has a very recent playlist, so I'm hearing a lot of Omale, I'm hearing a lot of Buju, I'm hearing a lot of Roga, and I'm like, that's interesting.
That's good.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So maybe the person just using one of those new playlists, but whatever the case may be, I'm hearing jams. I'm hearing jams. Anyways, it's the Afrobeats Weekly podcast. If this is your first time listening, welcome. This is the podcast on all things Afrobeats. Thank you for clicking and checking us out. Before we get into today's episode, I need you guys to please rate and review this episode and engage with us. It helps us grow, helps us get noticed. So as you're listening from my favorite app right now, leave that 5-star rating and comment. We'd appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. On today's episode of Afrobeats Weekly, we'll be discussing Ice Prince's Fire and Ice album. What do you guys think Ice Prince ranks in the rap conversation? I don't think it comes up sometimes. Anyways, we'll get to that. And as usual, we've got new songs, Father of the Week, Turntable Charts, Eliminates, and all that other good stuff. What's good, my G? What's good?
Yo, what's good, man? How you doing?
I just do chilling.
Yo, it was a fun week. I've been listening to the Water and Gary soundtrack a lot. Definitely have a couple of songs that I know should pop out of that album. So hopefully they get it right. Yeah. And Claire favorite right now. Yeah. Claire favorite right now is the Lovo song. But I think the I Need You song with like Zachary Cortez.
Yeah, to me, that's the best song on the album. But my favorite
is the best song.
Yeah, my favorite is the one with Ayra Starr. But the best song with that one has to be the one with Zachary, man. That song is.
Yeah, I think that deserves a video and all. So yeah, listen to that.
Yeah. I started complaining about Tems Ticket.
Yo, bro. So first of all, I got signed up to she sent that whole message, sign up and you can get tickets first. So as always, since I knew I was going, I signed up, got the message that, hey, you can buy tickets now, jumped in, tried to buy a ticket. No, they were only selling tickets for like VVIP and all that. And ain't nobody trying to do that.
How much?
It was like maybe, I want to say like $250.
Okay.
It's $250. And besides, like it's a smaller venue. And because it's a smaller venue, I like being in the crowd. I don't care. Like I like being in the crowd. I feel like I get the best experience from a concert when I'm in the crowd. So I was like, nah, man, I'll just wait for general admission, which is like a space where everybody just stays and you can be right by the stage.
Yeah, how much was that going for?
I think that was like $80.
Okay.
And of course, I was going to buy probably going to buy like 4 tickets. And so,
what was going to buy 4 tickets?
Yeah, it's just me and a couple of people. Like I would, I would invite people to come through now. So I'm just waiting for general admission, and all of a sudden, general admission is available. I jump in, and everything's sold out, and I'm like, from where to where? Like I signed up for this. And so like now it's only the tickets, you only can buy like resale tickets, and it's like I think it's $150. And I'm like, man, geez, man. am I supposed to do with this? So we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. So right now, man, Tems shoes looking bleak. And the fact that, shout out to her and shout out to the team, man, because when they opened up because she was coming on the 7th, Toronto for the 7th. But when they opened up pre-sale tickets, it went like in 2 seconds. And the fact that it went in 2 seconds, they knew, man, there's a whole lot of, exactly, there's too many people here trying to see me. They give us a second date, so she's here back to back, so on the 7th and on the 8th.
So both dates sold out.
2 dates, man, sold out, man. Jeez. Shout out to Tems. They love her out here, man. They love
her everywhere, but good. I mean, they love her everywhere. We don't get that kind of problem, Sha, because tickets never even for us anyway.
I'm telling you, you're gonna get your own show. Calm down.
You're gonna get your own show. So we don't get problem of selling out or not selling out.
You're gonna get your own show, but it's gonna be so funny because I'm looking at it I don't think I've mentioned it. I think I've mentioned it already. From when I saw her in 2008, December 2008, it was her opening up for Pull in this tiny venue somewhere in Lekki till now. Just stardom, man. And the album is not out. So crazy.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, in addition to all the songs she's going to perform, she's going to add album fillers and all those things. So, I suspect it to be a good show. And she said she has some prizes, so depending on what city you guys are in, Drake, Justin Bieber might pop out. You never can tell.
No, I know who's opening up for her. So the person opening up for her her name is Naomi Sharon. She signed to OVO. So it'll be good. I was not gonna say it. So I was not gonna say it. So yeah.
I just had to. I just couldn't let it go.
Can't resist.
Okay, shout out Tems, man. So let's just get into the news. Since the first news here is Tems, and it's for Broken Ears gets historic RIAA certification. As Tems' 2020 debut EP for Broken Ears has received an RIAA Gold certification after surpassing 500,000 in sales in the United States. This makes Tems the first Nigerian female artist to have an RIAA certified project. For Broken Ears, released in 2020, is a 7-track extended play that houses the hit singles Free Mind and Higher, both of which enjoyed massive success in the United States, with the latter spending multiple weeks on Billboard Hot 100. With Tems for Broken Ears certified RIAA, she joins Rema and Wizkid as the only Nigerian artist with RIAA certified projects. Wizkid's 4th album made in Lagos and Rema's debut Raves and Roses have both been certified RIAA Gold. So shout out Tems, man. That's a big one.
Big look, man. Big look.
Yeah. I think she said she calls it her first child or something. I think I saw a tweet like that out. My first child.
The album is not out yet, man. And this album is going to be, I believe the album is going to do good because, I think so. I have faith in it.
And all the guys that have listened to most of the songs, all these are listener and stuff. Everybody has good reviews. So yeah, we have faith here too, man. So that's it. Shout out Tems. Let's go on to the next piece of news here. It's Starr, Seyi, Vibez, Burna, Asake, and Tems scoring nominations at the 2024 BET Awards. All these guys have all been nominated for 2024 BET Awards. Starr leads the pack with 3 nominations. She's up for Best New Artist, Best International Act, and the BET Her Award for her hit single Commas. She'll face off against stars like Nicki, Beyonce, Megan, and Victoria Monet in the BET Her category. Good luck to her with that one. Burna earned 2 nominations for Best R&B and Pop Act and Best Hip Hop Act. Tems also earned the nominations for Best Video Director and Best Gospel and Inspirational Song for Me and You. Davido and Lojay earned a nomination for a viewers choice award courtesy of their appearance on Chris Brown's sensational. Asake earned a nomination for Best International Act, while Seyi Vibez earned the nod for Viewers' Choice Best International New Act. The 2024 BET Awards celebrates standing on culture, and we air live on BET Sunday, June 30th at 8 p.m. So who do you think stands a chance of winning a couple of awards here?
A couple of awards here. I'd say Ayra, Tems, Burna, in that order.
Okay. You give Seyi Vibez best viewer choice international. In my mind, I'm like, BT just been all inclusive because I don't say, well, we cannot talk about. I want to know who listens to Seyi Vibez in Black American community. But then again,
you might be surprised, man, because I also think that they do it off, like they take a look at playlists and they take a look at listeners.
Yeah, I think a couple of Nigerians too are like on the voting.
Exactly.
Yeah, the voting panel of all these awards. So it just might be that.
Something you can do, man. The numbers are there. The numbers are there.
The numbers are there. Without a doubt, the numbers are there. So yeah, that's it for this week's news. Let us just get into the songs, then we'll get into the album. Let's get into Billions by Sarz and Lojay. That was one of the hottest songs that dropped this week. Some fans were a bit mad because of the promo leading to this. It had most people worried because Sarz posted on his Instagram story what seemed like it was being robbed. So a lot of people were worried. Don't find like it was promo for this song. I'm not gonna lie, I'd been mad if this song was mid, but it's such a good song. So from Sarz's production to Lojay's melody, of course these two work great together. They hardly miss. I don't know if this is this thing for another project, but yeah, shout out Billions. I really love it.
Man, you're gonna hear this a lot from me on this on this show. But
on today's episode,
I'm just gonna say it, man. Like, so for this one, my hands are up in the air. It's not doing it for me. It's not standing out because I'm taking a look. I'm thinking about everything you said prior to all the episodes. Should we be worried about this is not a song that's going to do anything? So yeah, for me, hands up in the air. I'm just like, hey. You know what? Especially for the promo that went into this. This is not that song. So hands up in the air. It's not for me.
Okay. Hands up in the air like it's a stick up for show. I don't really mind it. I think it's a good song. I like it. Let's move on to where I have my own hands up in the air. This one is Tshwala remixed by Titom, Yuppe, S.N.E, and Burna. To be honest, it's the first time I'm listening to this song from beginning to the end, like actually pressing play. But I don't know if it's the hit song fatigue, but it didn't do much for me. So I listened from beginning to end. I was like, I don't know. I don't know if it's again, maybe because I've heard that genre I've heard like 1 billion times. Maybe I'm tired of it. Burna didn't really do anything crazy to me. So this is my own hands up in the air parts. I don't know. Hands up in the air for me.
How did he start it again? Since 1947.
Yeah.
Yo, man. Which is kind of like mind blowing because his last feature. I mean, if we kind of take a look at all the features he's done, even prior to Do I, which is he has a memorable verse on Do I. I don't think this was a memorable verse. So just with that being said, it's not a verse that stands out of his catalog of him jumping on remixes and burning them. So it's just exactly. And top of that, I'm tired of this song. So, hey, hands up in the air.
Yeah, I think it came a couple of months too late to jump on the remix, but then again, you never know. Burna Star Power might just make it.
It will this. Let's not front. It will. It's gonna do what it's supposed to do because they're gonna play this one in the summer instead. Because in the summer everybody's gonna be out. Everybody's gonna want to do the dance.
Yeah,
DJs are probably gonna play this one.
Yeah,
so
they're probably play this one because it's fresher than. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
So that'll be it, man.
Right, let's move on to What by Minz and Davido. I don't know, like Show said, this is another another PDA. And what I was inspired the title WAP, but we are here now. Yeah, I expected more from this collab. Maybe the more I listen, the better to get. But for now, nah, Minz and Davido didn't really hit it for me.
Yo, well, I'm a Minz guy, man, because it's giving me some nice bangers, and I loved yeah, so
I think it's the same producer too, but just didn't give me that what I was looking for.
Yo, it's not speaking to me at all. So hopefully, maybe it'll make sense in the album. I think he has an album coming out.
Yeah. It's going to be on the album. Yeah, he has an album coming out.
So maybe in the context of the album, maybe when I'm going track to track, it'll probably stand out and it'll make sense. But as of right now, for me and my household, it's kind of cold.
Kind of cold. It's kind of cold. Let's put it in the freezer. I'm feeling myself to do my punchline. Let's move on to Vibration by Magixx and Jeriq. I love Magixx. I think he's gradually setting himself apart from the other guys. Anyways, his melodies, distinct voice. He has a distinct voice now. Like I hear it and I know that okay, this is Magixx. I like the fact that they featured Jeriq on this. He has the Jeriq feel. Has that I like it. Vibration, Magixx and Jeriq. I think this is the only song the second song I added to my playlist this week. Yeah, what say you?
Gonna hear it a lot, man. Gonna hear it a lot. He had like a song. He had a song before this that dropped.
Yeah, it's like his, I think maybe fourth single this
year. Exactly. So this, just like the previous one, not make it into the playlist, man. Again, it's just a song that I feel like it's not gonna do anything in the summer. And that's all I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah, but as a good song, I like it.
But I'm just thinking about it as a song.
You're very stingy with your playlist addition this week.
Yo, man, my playlist is ready for. Hey, I want people to be like, oh man, what's that song that played? What's that song? Because I'm gonna be. Again, next week is like a big night. Is like the lunch before the summer. We're having a big games night, and so like I want people to like, oh, what's that song that you just played? And this is not going to be that. What's that song? Think about it.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. What's the games night about? I'll advertise your games night. No.
Nah, man. It's just just a couple of people just come together. Everybody just comes together in the city. Try and get everybody. Prep for the summer. It's pretty much just saying, hey, summer is here. It's upon us. Everybody smile, everybody mingle, everybody network. That's it, man. That's pretty much what it is.
Nice group of guys and girls, right?
Yeah, man. Pretty nice. Everybody playing PG games. It's not that, not that kind of setting. Everybody old now, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Do better.
Playing PG games and having fun. Yeah.
Man. That's it.
You guys have a handle. I can't remember what's the.
I think it's just called Massive Games Night.
Yeah, Massive Games Night. Yeah. So you guys should check it out. Massive Games Night on Instagram. They're always having fun there. And living up here in Nigeria. But yeah, all those things. I'm not going to act like I'm not sad about. Palava by Johnny Drille. I don't know. It's like a house in the episode. It's come down small, just go up again. But I like it. I like when artists like try new things. This isn't your typical drill, but I don't know.
Man,
it's a good song for what it is. Trying new things, experimenting, going, doing stuff that Jeriq won't normally do. But I don't know. Just staying it for me.
Man. Some things just sound great in the studio, and you just like, can this make it? Do you think it can make it? And someone's like, oh man, I think it can make it. And you get a couple of people to say, I think it can make it, and suddenly it's out. and then it's out in the world, and of course it didn't make it. But you can't say you didn't try. So that's it. You can't say you didn't try. And Drille be releasing great music. So, sometimes, there's some hiccups.
Yeah, in the studio, you can just get an inspiration, try new sounds, see what's out there. It's fun. So yeah, you can't knock that at all. Can't knock it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so those are our songs we listened to this week. It was a hands up themed one. Let's find out if the album we're about to get into is also hands up themed. Fire and Ice by Ice Prince. This is his fourth studio album, if I'm not mistaken. The album has 16 tracks, 45 minutes. It is feature packed. We have TML Vibes, Seyi Vibes, Skibi, David's Harmony, Black Bones, as the Butter Hustlers, Udumodu. In fact, I think all the songs have features except for two songs. A stellar production lineup to Wonder Beats, Dibs, Blaze Bass, Chopsticks, Rexy, and a whole lot of other guys. The album is not bad to me, especially production-wise. It sounds very rich. Sounds like it's trying new things. There's a lot of good music you can select and keep on your playlist. The album just sounds like a collection of Ice Prince songs that they just put together and so it didn't really have a flow to me. It just sounds like I was listening to one Ice Prince playlist. Generally, I think Ice is decent with the bars, nothing crazy, no punchlines, no heavy bars. My standout songs, I have some standout songs. TLC, my standout song. I also like Olowo by Darius. That one, I think they chopped with Bryson Tiller. Exchange, yeah, that's the song. They chopped it up. It sounded very nice. I also like Shakara with CK. I think that's about it for me. I listen, nothing too heavy, nothing too crazy. What say you?
Man, you kind of mentioned you like three songs, which is track 4, track 7, and then track 16. First of all, it's I don't like that it's 16 songs. You already know what I feel about.
Yeah, but that's short. It's 45 minutes.
Yeah, I still don't like too many songs, man.
Yeah.
It's just me. I don't like too many songs. However, everything you said is kind of true. It's not. I don't feel like it's cohesive enough. And just the fact that Ice has released a lot of EPs, down to this, you would think that okay, I've released a lot of EPs. Kind of go through with what's the best playing songs from each EP. If I had done it what's the best playing songs from each EP, I would have just picked those songs, kind of flip them around. Oh, this is what the people like, this kind of sound they like, and I just use that and make an album. Kind of, I think that's a strong point to do right now, just the fact that he has so much music out. But to me, man, this was a struggle, I'm not gonna lie. And I'm not because after I listened to this album, I went back, I listened to all his his catalog, and you just feel at what point did a hit maker in Ice just dip?
Kind of dip. So yeah, let me ask you. Our first Ice Prince review, I think, was 2011. We gave him lots of great reviews, which
because we thought he was a rapper. That's it.
Yes,
if we came in the mindset of
we used the rap.
If we came in the mindset that this is a hit maker, we would have. That album is a good album. If you're saying, "Oh, this guy's a hit maker," that's a good album.
I kind of agree with that too. We went with the mindset of rapping and we just judging based on the bars and the songs and we just trashed the album anyways. Of course, he has one of the greatest Nigerian songs ever. He's a good rapper sometimes. So where do you rank him? Or just not even as a rapper, just as an artist. Where does he rank? Where does an artist like this rank? Came in the game 2011. Had one of the biggest songs, followed up with some decent singles. Now we're in 2024, 2011. Where do you kind of rank him? Where does an artist like this does it just float somewhere in on some lists? Or?
Because my issue about it is Ice. So if we say he came in the game 2011, right? We're in 2024.
Yeah.
That's roughly
For
13
context,
years.
Davido, Burna, all these guys came around that time, 2010, 2011, 2012.
That's what I was exactly. So that's what we're saying. Ice has had, if we are being honest, Ice has only had like 2 albums that have been like that had hits, to be honest. So he's only had 2 albums that had hits. Everybody Loves Ice and Son of Zamani. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Second album.
Fire of Zamani.
Fire of Zamani. Yeah. And that's it. After that, I can't you can't say, oh, what year exactly Ice, dropped something that, everybody was checking. I take a look at like his last album prior to this was Just to the World. I can't remember exactly anything on that album that really stood out. The album was like long. I remember that for a fact. I remember that. And he's had like a whole bunch of EPs, but I think maybe Marry You was like the last song that I listened to Ice.
Yeah, I think that's Trash Can EP or something like that. So
exactly. So
and I had the rap EP that we reviewed. I think was it last year?
Was it last? No, I don't think it was last year. I think it might be 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, that's it, man. So I'm taking a look at it because he's still a rapper, because he still be rapping on these songs, right? But he's just not giving us either like really great raps or hit records, which is what he's known for. So I don't know, man, because you got to compare him to another kind of rapper. Like you have to compare him to other rappers, people in his field. Like, is he as consistent as them?
Yeah, for some reason, I think that's the word. It wasn't just consistent enough. Even in, how you can be, if you compare to all these other guys, it's not like all these other guys you mentioned have like 6 albums or 7 albums. So they just have, hits. I know like it might be hard to compare because all these other guys are like pop stars and stuff like that, but he hasn't had the hits in his discography to back up so I don't know if there was going to be a list of rappers. I think maybe based off Oleku, he would probably be top 15. I don't know.
No, he could be top 10. He'll still be top 10. He'll still be top 10, but it's just in the scheme of things, because who I rate him to is I rate him to Files. Files is the most consistent rapping hitmaker we have.
Yeah. But
he still gives us the bars. Files still has a whole bunch of projects. Files has albums. And each album has something at least for us to remember. Each album. So I put it like that. Like if you have this amount of body of work, at least from a certain point in time, you can say, okay, this came out from that album. Might not have been a gigantic hit like Ice is known for, like Aboki, which is such a big hit. Like, but at least just have consistent enough for us to remember, oh, this year you did this, that year you did this. Like, I just feel like after Aboki, I cannot remember anything Ice did.
That's right.
It's true. It's just like I can't remember. Like, I can't remember anything. Like, every other thing is just not stuck, and that's hard to understand, like for someone who's known making hits. So that now gets into the point, like, is it that his style didn't evolve, or once he left Chuck City and he was doing it by himself?
That's another thing. His style didn't really evolve. So even in the EP, the way it was like rapping and to help with like pop music, it was still a I've heard all this before, kind of, bars. So like it wasn't nothing extraordinary. But like, Ice is spitting. Come, you guys come and listen to this. This is the, which was kind of surprising because you want to do that on EPs and like mixtapes and stuff like that. But I guess to each his own.
Okay, So you know what? It be like that sometimes.
Yeah. So where do you guys rank Ice Prince? Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Let us know where you just think like an Ice Prince ranks, or what the problem is and why he's been so kind of like inconsistent. So yeah. That's it. Ice, Fire, and what's it called? Fire and Ice by Ice Prince. You guys should listen. Let us know what you think. It's not Fire and Ice. What do you call it?
No, it is Fire and Ice. No, you're right. I was just laughing at how you said it. It's Fire and Ice.
I thought I made a mistake there. Anyways, let's move on to the Afrobeats Weekly charts, aka the turntable charts. And this week, a couple of surprises that have my eyebrows raised. We'll get to that. Let's kick off with number 10, Big Things, Young Junkies, Daniel, Ilashe, Ruga, and Buju, the R&B. We have Rodo by Adekunle Gold staying on the same spot at number 8. New on the charts, we have Ogo Vibez, that's the Vibez Inc., Seyi Vibez and Tion Wayne. Showa by Kiss Daniel is coming down to number 6. Madenuga by Joe Boy and King Madi staying on the same spot at number 5. At number 4, coming down, we have ASAP, Charlie Poppy. At number 3, pardon me, Poe and Ruga. Poe by Ruga and Buju coming down. Bahamas by Young John is climbing up to number 2. And number 1 is a song called Instagram by the Vibings, Minz and Seyi Vibez.
What?
A lot of people a lot of people have come out to say this song was sponsored by Farmers Inc.
Yo, bro, what? I'm not lying. I've never heard the song,
bro. I mean, I've heard the song out of curiosity because it was number 1 on Apple Music, and a lot of people were questioning. Like, nobody has heard this song. Why is it number 1 on Apple Music? Which, after, like me, I just like to always do my due diligence. So when a song goes number 1 on Apple Music, I'm always like, okay, it's Seyi Vibez. These guys have like the streets. And I went to like where I can always rate them. I went to Audio Mac. The song wasn't doing so well on Audio Mac. So I was like, I need to suspect something is going down.
Yo, it is all fishy. Yeah, it's fishy out in here.
Something really is good. And the guy also brought out an EP, and I think the EP just made number 1 just like that, bam, on Apple Music. And I'm like, if this is, I mean, all this is alleged because we don't know who is who. I have the numbers, but make I no lie, I know to trust them.
It's fishy.
I need to trust this our being number 1. But yeah, there we have it. The charts. Is the charts, Instagram, Vibez Inc., Minz and Seyi Vibez are number 1 this week. Let's see what it will do next week. And there it is, the turntable charts this week. Over to show for this week's Eliminate.
So, Eliminate today is brought to you by no other than Mr. Zamani, Ice Prince. Like I said, just going through everything, like all the EPs we've reviewed, the albums we've listened to, and it's just like I told you, after the first 2, it just feels like, hey, what is this? Thank you. But hey, that's up to you. If you can remember some, if you cannot remember some,
the Ice doesn't have like the best of Ice Prince.
Because I'm thinking about it, like if Ice had to do like like his own concerts, right? It's gonna be like just the first 2 albums, and that'll be it, man.
So let me check now. So you have Particular, Oleku, Aboki, Superstar.
2 albums?
Okay.
First 2 albums?
Nobody Test Me. Whiskey is okay. Almost crazy. It's really
so what happened, man? Anyways, let's begin this Eliminate and see. Let's see, if you can remember. Maybe it's just me, man. But hey, let's see if you can remember. So we're gonna do battle of the EPs, Trash Can EP versus To Be Continued EP. So from the Trash Can EP, had Marry You, I would like to marry,
I remember
like
that.
to marry. Okay. And then from the To Be Continued EP, he had Get At You. That actually came with a video, I think.
Yeah. I'll go with Marry You for this one.
Okay. So Marry You makes it the next round. All right. Next one, we have the only song I can remember from the Just to the World album. And that's Boss. That song had 19. Yeah, that song had 19 songs. I can only remember one. Yeah. And that's Boss versus the clearest banger from the Fire of Zamani album, Aboki.
Yeah, you already know. Yeah, Aboki. Aboki it is.
So I felt like, you know what, I shouldn't have done that because like I should have just put it against another song. Because
what are your choices?
Look, we go. So with that being said, the next round I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do anything against it. So from the Everybody Loves Ice Prince album, 2 songs from that going against each other. So it's Ole Ku, which of course we know what that is, versus Superstar.
Oof, I like both though.
Bruh.
I like both, but obviously, you know, Ole Ku was such a moment. I just have to go with Ole Ku.
Okay, Ole Ku. Now another thing, like again, couldn't find anything, but I wanted to put this song on this list. It was Gimme That's featuring Burna, the original Burna boy. You know, Burna's gone through different stages.
Yes.
The original Burna boy. Olamide is still in the game, still giving us hits. Because that was another thing. Like I looked at this song and I was just like, these people are still giving us hits. Burna boy, Olamide, and of course it was Young L. But Young L is like his cat. So
Young Girl.
The Fire of Zamani. So it's Gimme That versus a song called Watching You from the Cold EP. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I got it.
Just carried it off of the Cold EP. Just carried on last time.
I didn't go from the Cold EP.
I remember this song on that album. I think it was 2018. I remember the album cover was blue like this, but I don't remember anything on that album. So yeah, that goes up.
That goes up. All right, making it to the next round. Marry You versus Aboki.
I like Aboki.
I like to marry.
Aboki for me.
Aboki. Okay. Aboki makes it to the final, and then we have Ole Ku versus Gimme That. Oh, Gimme That. Burna's verse on that. Olamide came through this one. Olamide was still spitting.
There's actually nothing you can say that can make me bounce Ole Ku. What did I want to spit in
Olamide was still spitting. Okay, all right. We know what it is. All right, so final round, the finals. Aboki, song that stood for region, you know, because you know how we used to call up people Aboki.
Yes, sir.
It was bigger than that, man. Everybody wanted to be an Aboki versus Ole Ku that features Brymo. I mentioned his name just so maybe it would trigger you.
to
say right now, because Brymo right now.
I remember one tweet I saw today. The person was like, "Thank God, say Brymo don't quickly give us all this song before he mad."
Oh God!
That's very true. So yeah, I would really treasure the moments of the early beginning of Brymo. So I'll still keep it to myself. I'm hoping it doesn't, you know, have a video somewhere that just come and fuck up all this. Because nowadays you can't even give all this artist benefit of a doubt again once they start acting like it is.
Anyway, I bought that book. I wrote Ole Ku when I was 6 years old.
Bro, every interview and every post I just see just seems to be going down the hill for Magixx.
Worse and worse.
Anyways, man, Ole Ku it is. I ain't gonna lie. That's a classic song. Anytime, any day, anywhere. So Ole Ku for me.
All right, man. And that be it.
All right. That be it. Ole Cool stands out on my Eliminate Ice Prince edition. Again, I was checking Ice Prince Essentials on Apple Music and I was checking on Spotify, and I'm just like, it's difficult to have an Ice Prince set, though. Very, very difficult. But, well, stranger things have occurred. And with that, we've come to the end of the episode. We hope you enjoyed it. New episode of the podcast drops every Monday. Make sure you subscribe to the podcast, Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you get your poding from. We would love to hear from you. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Please leave us comments, suggestions, and send music to fanmail at AfrobeatsPod. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at AfrobeatsPod. We'll catch you in the next episode. Peace out.
Peace.